Today, Wall Speedway is the staging ground for the first 05 Formula Drift competition, and all the top gladiators from 2004 are gearing up for battle. Drifting is the art of driving sideways. Drivers push the handling of their cars to just beyond the natural limits and then maintain this delicate balance at speed, blowing as much tire smoke as possible. 32 drivers begin the competition in judged single passes, and the top 16 drifters move on to the head-to-head competition. These tandem rounds feature on-track battles between cars. The lead car tries to pull away, while the trailing car tries to keep the lead car in its sights, hopefully forcing an error. Each driver leads once, and the winner moves on to the next round. In the event of a tie, a one more time is called, and each driver is given another time to lead. To shake things up at Wall's 54-year-old third mile oval, the boys at FD decided to use every piece of pavement and run the circle track as a figure eight.
The track is really technical. It's tricky.
As far as tracks go, it's definitely not my favorite.
It looks just like Irwindale, but you knock the size down about half, and then you double the angle of the bank.
As the round of 32 was narrowed to the tandem battles, some familiar faces were noticeably absent. James Bondurant was having fits with a borrowed Lexus IS 300 that just wasn't quite ready for the track. Team Falcon driver Chris Forsberg also experienced mechanical issues that kept him out of the tandems, and his Drift Alliance brother Tony Angelo also missed the cut. Formula D fixture Ernie Fixmer couldn't seem to make it work this time, and neither could his McKinney Motorsports teammate Tanner Faust. The surprises continued among those who did qualify. Robbie Nishida, Casper Canule, Chris Gregorian, Conrad Grunwald, and Ryan Hampton all moved on to join the highly regarded Alex Pfeiffer, Rhys Millen, and Andy Yen. A few guys even hit the wall like Hiro Sumida and last year's champion Sam Cubinet, who left part of his new Viper's bumper behind.
Hubinet leading the Robbie Nishida. Holy cow, there's a drag race breaking out on the flat bottom. Sammy Hubinet looks like he's trying to work out the bugs in the Mopar Viper. Robbie Nishida all over him in the Sil Camino. Whoa! Robbie Nishida coming in on the inside with a tight line angle. He's on point. JR leading in the Falcon Tires S13, followed by the Slider Hawaiian Alex Pfeiffer coming into the bank. Whoa, JR getting out of line. Alex Pfeiffer coming in on him. Alex makes anybody sweat. Oh, JR losing it. Alex almost crashing into him.
So, tell me what happened out there. Great job.
Oh my God, that was insane. I don't know. I can't even, until I see the video, I can't remember what happened.
Ken Gushi, the teenage phenomenon, driving the factory back Ford Toyo Tires Mustang, being followed by Viva La Raza, Casper Canule, and the Monster Fabrication Nitto Tires S14. Ken Gushi, addicted to walls, swinging wide on the bank. No problem with the transition. Ken Gushi coming to horseshoe number one, swinging wide. Casper Canule takes advantage with a heavy Mustang. Banging in on the inside, coming across the horseshoes. Ken Gushi makes up with a high horsepower, coming in at horseshoe number two and passes him on the inside. We've made history. There's never been two passes in a round. Here goes the under-horsepowered Corolla, being followed by Rhys Millen. Takayano, chiropractor of all things, was keeping it straight there, being followed by Rhys Millen. Here we go, coming to the transition. No problem for either one. So here we go, horseshoe number one, Taka Ayanu, the paint shining in the lights. Alsacorp paint maintained by McGuire's coming to horseshoe number, loses it. Whoa, Rhys coming close. Dodges him as he goes around Taka. And that means Rhys Millen wins.
All right, we're here with Rhys Millen, who's moving on to the next round. Congratulations. What happened out there?
That was the first time that I've run against such a different dynamic car, a slower car, so very challenging. Taka put on a great display. Unfortunately, I think his car broke, but Pontiac GTO Yokohama Tires car is moving on.
Alex Pfeiffer doing what he does best all day, coming in low, going out high, coming in transition. Man, like I said, they say this car couldn't drift. He's making those Yokohama tires beg for mercy. Hubert Young with hardly any angle coming out of horseshoe number 1. Alex throwing up the smoke. Woo! Alex is impressing everybody. That RSR Honda S2000 is looking too good. That's a factory-back Pontiac GTO, aka the GOAT. Robbie Nishida coming all the way from Japan. If he's jet-lagged, it doesn't show. He went from unseated all the way to the semifinals. Big round of applause for Robbie. Here we go, Rhys Millen, Robbie Nishida coming off the transition, no problem. Robbie Nishida pushes too hard, loses control.
He is number 1, Rhys Millen. He's running around the car. Gotta fix your hair. You're still number 1.
I know we're into the finals, but I've lost third gear. I've got no third gear. So I gotta get my guys to look at the car.
Here we go, Casper Canula entering the bank. Going in the middle of the bank, transition, no problem. Horseshoe number 1, Alex all over him. Nitto Tire S14 looking menacing as ever. Lighten up the Nittos. Here we go, horseshoe number 2, Alex all over him. Shooting flames. This competition's on fire. Alex wins. This is it, the moment you've been waiting for, Jersey. Send it. That's Rhys Millen of the Pontiac GTO being followed by Alex Pfeiffer, the sliding Hawaiian. You've been seeing these guys go out all day, super consistent. Whoa, Alex dipping low. Rhys on his game. Alex totally losing it. Advantage automatically goes to Rhys Millen. I think some technical difficulties are coming into play here. Rhys looked like he put on the brakes, but I think that's his tranny issues. Now we got Alex leading with Rhys following. Let's see how they fare. Here we go into the bank. Decent angle from Alex staying low. Rhys doing the same. No problem with the tranny, no angle. Alex shooting flames. Good fake crossover coming into horseshoe number 1. Alex Pfeiffer exiting horseshoe number 1. Rhys all over his back bumper. His lights lighting up the Seaworth body kit. I don't know, this one's too close to Judge. Alex straightening out, that's the end of the Judge run. Judges are racking their brains. What do you guys think?
All right, here we go. And in first place, the fierce battle, Alex Pfeiffer, my man, Rhys Millen, my man. And the winner is Rhys Millen of round 1. He's the Speedway Drift Championship. Second place is Alex Pfeiffer. Give it up for Alex Pfeiffer and Rhys Millen. And Casper Canula third place.
Thought you lost a gear in the end. What happened?
Yeah, there's something inside the transmission. You know, these cars get a lot of abuse out here, and I just could not get third gear in the semifinals and the finals. I tried it one more time. I wasn't anything that I was trying to block Alex with a maneuver or anything. It short shifted. I went to 4th and drove the corner in 4th. Unfortunately, I checked him up. He had evidently hurt his car. Then we rematched. I thought he was playing with me, trying to get me to spin. So it was very exciting. I was like, go, no go, go. So great battle, and you know, that's what it's about. And I can't say enough to Pontiac, a great little GTO that we're running out here. Yokohama tires, brilliant handling throwing those tires, and what a difference a year makes. You know, last year we didn't qualify. This year we qualified number 1 and came away with a win. Very happy.
It's round 2 of the Need for Speed Formula Drift competition, and this time, we're sliding through the infamous drift loop at Road Atlanta. This course has crazy elevation changes, a sick high-speed entry, and a couple of different track surfaces to change things up. The course starts after a long downhill straightaway. And the first turn is a high-speed left-hander with a clipping point marked by the orange cone. When the cars are past this point, they have to transition to the uphill right-hand entry of the loop and the second clipping point. The drivers then flick back to the left and up another slight hill and out of the loop and back to the third clipping point. Next, it's out to the straightaway where they should be able to hold their line and drift down the hill and into another high-speed left-hander. The final clipping point is the same as the first, and the cars charge back up the hill to the start-finish line. Give it up, Rod! First assignment for the judges is to score the round of 32 single runs. The drifters that survive the scrutiny here become part of the tandem elimination round. The round of 32 in Atlanta begins with Ryan Turk having a little trouble in his Krylon-colored S13 and Matt Vass blowing a bunch of red tire smoke without linking the course. Ken Gushi's definitely gotten the hang of his new Mustang, and it shows as he moves on to the round of 16. Rob Fleming's burning red around the loop, and crowd favorite Ross Petty is smoking out the crowd with his rotary power. Vaughn Gittin Jr. qualifies in his debut with his new Mustang, but it's hard to see through all the smoke. Cone killer Seigo Yamamoto is showing everyone the clipping point in the first turn and easily graduates to the next round, where he'll see Big Ben Schwartz, who is putting on a consistent show in his S14s. Rhys is killing the course and is headed to the tandems, while Tony Schultz is having a spot of trouble in the loop. Local boy Scott Bowles is a privateer going to battle with some of the top names in Formula D and put on a show in his first-gen Mazda RX-7. Not the easiest car to drift. Taka Ayano is trying to steal the corner cones, and last year's champ Sam Hubinet is looking confident in the Viper he claims is still getting dialed in. Dai, Sam, and Taka all qualified for the tandems again as expected. Hiro Sumita's heavy four-door chaser is proving hard to slow down, and Mike Peters is throwing down in the Bubba Drift El Camino and qualifies for the first time this year. Chris Forsberg annihilated the front fascia of his S15 in the middle of an awesome qualifying run, and Alex Pfeiffer's got his top down and his foot to the floor, sliding his RSR S2000 into the round of 16. Rounding out the top 16 were the always tough Calvin Wan and Kenji Yamanaka.
Here we go, there's our first tandem battle. Tony Angelo, Rhys Millen. Rhys Millen all over him. Woo! Into the horseshoe. Really tight on the horseshoe, good consistent smoke. Rhys coming up on his trailer hitch. Woo! Going back, Rhys Millen all over him. Tony giving Rhys a show. Seigo Yamamoto's gonna lead. Ken Gushi. Seigo Yamamoto, whoa, Gushi all over him, oh God! Oh man, Seigo and Ken. Ken's all over him like white on rice. This American car versus Japanese. Goosh, Seigo gets out of line. Gucci's pointing it out. The Goosh trying to play catch up. Hold on. The Goosh all over Seigo. Uchi, what do you say? Ken Gushi. Advantage the Goosh. Here we go, this is Bubba Drift, Rhys Millen coming into turn one. They're hot. Whoa, Bubba pulling away from Rhys. Bubba with the automatic LS1 coming in, a nice clipping point to the horseshoe, but Rhys coming up on his trailer hitch. Rhys, whoa, coming close, Bubba straightens out, whoa, Bubba takes out the cone. Rhys Millen all over him. What do you guys say? Rhys Millen heading back up the hill. Rhys Millen, of course Rhys moves on. Daijiro Yoshihara, Kenji Yamanaka. Kenji coming in, Dai all over him. Kenji pulling a little away from Dai, but he's fast to catch it. Whoa! Catching up real quick. Dai all over Kenji. They're gonna exchange paint on that beautiful new paint job. Look at Dai! Dive at his door. Kenji Yamanaka pulling away from Dai, but Dai was all over him. Daijiro's got the advantage. Here comes Taka. Who said LEDs are Chrysler? Here goes Taka in a turn clip point one. Throws up a cloud of dirt. Whoa, Sam dodging in on the inside, trying to get Taka offline. Taka Ayano fending him off, but Sam cuts in on the inside. Taka fights back. Taka fights back. Taka gets back and regains what is his. So we got Taka and Sam up there. You want them to run one more time, and I'm talking to Ed Lowe. What's going on up there, Ed?
We understand that Taka's car is on the verge of overheating, so we're asking for one more time round. He's had some time to cool off. He can't run, so he has to forfeit.
Give it up for Taka Ayano.
He's so dramatic, so emotional.
Yeah.
You ran twice.
3 times.
And then a third time after a break. Does that happen very often in drifting?
No, it's the first time in history. That's why I was kind of a little bit surprised of the way it was. But, we just get out there again. We got plenty of Yokohama tires to burn up, so.
Calvin Wan coming tight on clipping point one. Daijiro getting way offline. Calvin Wan good clip point into the horseshoe. Dye slowed down and to step on the brakes a little bit. Dye needs to play catch up. Calvin's gonna mash it downshift out of the horseshoe. Throw up the smoke screen for Dye. Dye's catching up though. Woo! That was a tough match. Not a crazy one, but Daijiro Yoshihara moves on.
You totally took it.
Yes, but it's honestly it's super lucky. He just spin. But anyway, I win.
Rhys Millen fought. Wow! Sam all over him. Rhys Millen flicking the sideways real early with high speed coming into the horseshoe. Oh gosh! Sam's right there. Rhys Millen fending off Sam, but Sam's right behind him. That's a solid drift. That's a solid tandem. Give it up for Sam and Rhys.
Unbelievable, Sam all over Rhys. I have no idea who's going to win. We've got to go to the judges. Let's see. We're waiting for the decision.
Who wins, Rhys or
The
Sam?
judges, here it comes.
Sam Hubinette moves on.
It's the Mopar Viper against the Pacific Rim S13 in a repeat battle of the 04 Drift Atlanta event, and it's definitely going to be close.
Here we go. This is Sam Hubinette and Dye. Sam Hubinette pulling away from Dye. Flicking it early, really tight on the first turn, but Dye playing catch up. Sam Hubinette, good line coming in the horseshoe, but Dye, no angle. Sam Hubinette with good angle. Daijiro not far behind, but he's losing some paces. Sam throwing up the smoke. What do you guys say, Atlanta? Dye or Sam? This is for first and second place.
You guys send him.
Here we go, send it. Wow, Sam all over Dye into turn one. Dye is making a break it, buddy. Sam Hubinette all over him, attack his door. Get him, let's hear you, Atlanta, they can't hear you. Daijiro, Sam, this is up there. Sam's all over Dye. Sam is all over, no backfire. Trying to shoot some missiles at Sam. Dye fighting off Sam. Dye and Sam neck and neck. So it came down to Sam and Daijiro. Who's getting second and first place? Round two, Need for Speed Formula Drift, presented by Circuit City. Winner is Sam Hubinette. Second place goes to Daijiro Yoshihara in the Pacific Rim S13.
Congratulations. You won today. You're victorious. How does it feel to be up there?
It feels really good because we had a very rough time at the wall a few weeks ago. A new car for a year, a lot of adjustments, and we did my team, DC Performance, Archer Racing, help from Mopar, went and tested for a whole day and got it dialed in, and here we are, and we got a trophy up in the podium with these other guys, so we're very happy.
Houston, Texas is home to round 3 of the Formula Drift Championship, and despite the jungle-like heat and humidity, is an awesome place to do some drifting. In order to fill the stands like they always do, the boys at Formula Drift transformed the parking lot of the Reliance Center into a world-class drift track. Complete with a high-speed entry, a sick 3-turn switchback, and a couple of bumps that will surely send a few cars flying.
It's hard out there. There's a lot of people who've had a rough time out there, and the course is challenging, but it's fun. It's fast.
The track is very challenging. You've got 2 big drainage dips entering into the first corner, which is, I would have to say, on the gear speed and RPM, we're running in about 85, 90 mile an hour.
Here we go, Von Gittin Jr., JR, and the loud and proud 05 Mustang. Tanner Fowles coming up fast. Woo! Tanner all over JR, but JR with good angle. Tanner, no angle, but Tanner's all over him. Chris Forsberg in the Falcon Tires S15, followed by Ken Gushi in the 05 Ford Mustang. Chris with good angle. Woo! Goosh all over him, sucking up on his back bumper. But here we go, Tyler McCory leading. Michael Peters following. Tyler McCory coming in at speed, hitting the bumps. Wow, look at Bubba Drift, out of shape again. Out of shape, taking out the cone. Here we go, another battle. This is Daijiro Yoshihara versus Seigo Yamamoto. Daijiro, one of the fastest drifters, making it very apparent. Daijiro pulling way away from Seigo with a wide swing, coming back in tight, but Seigo taking tight line. Wow, going right for his bumper. Daijiro fighting him off. Here we go, Sam Hubinette leading, trying to pull away from Tanner. SRT10 trying to bang on all 10 cylinders. Tanner Faust banging on all turbos. Gets in on the inside. Sam back on the throttle. Tanner fighting for his life. Oh man, look at that. Here we go, Takayano pulling away from Conrad. Oh gosh, Taka getting out of shape, taps the wall again. Taka taps the wall. Conrad running his own line. Give it up for Takayano and Conrad Grunwald. Taka, put your hand up. Are you okay? Yes. Is it gonna be Goosh or Macquarie? We'll soon find out. Here comes Tyler. He's leading. Gushi falling behind. Tyler, whoa, Gushi coming in at his back. Oh my, wow! Forcing Tyler out of the way. Tyler got scared. Gushi just muscled his way in. That's what it does. It's a muscle car. Wow, Gushi. Give it up for Gushi and Tyler. Obvious advantage goes to Gushi. He was in drift, beeline towards him, and Tyler just got nervous.
Looks like a piece of cake for you out there.
No, actually, it was pretty hard because I wasn't expecting him to make a miss. So when I was behind him, I saw that he shot out a little bit, and his steering was going towards the neutral position. So I thought to myself, oh, this is a chance.
Strobe lights of Sego going off. See if they'll light up the action. Whoa, e-brake. Sego got motor rocking the e-brake slide. Rhys Millen, Sego coming tight but swinging wide. Gives an opportunity for Rhys, but Sego fights him off. Rhys Millen, oh, Sego take out a cone. Rhys Millen is all over back bumper. I'm surprised there's no yellow paint on there. Rhys Millen gave the number 1 as he passed by the judging stand. Rhys Millen moves on to the final 4. Tanner Faust leading, Conrad Grunwald following. Tanner Faust, McKinney Motorsports S13. Coming into turn 1. Good angle. Conrad falling off. But Conrad's catching up fast. Tanner Faust, nice angle, tight on the clipping point. Conrad sucking up on him. Tanner Faust losing him a little bit. Nice angle, good flick crossover. I don't know. I do not know. Tanner, Conrad, what do you guys think? Conrad Grunwald moves on.
It's the Houston Pride, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is. I'm bringing it to the hometown. I'm ready to go up against Rhys. I'm ready for him. So
you're ready for Rhys?
Absolutely, I'm ready for Rhys.
Advantage to Rhys Millen. Ken Gushi's gonna lead. Rhys Millen following. This track has a lot of grip. Here comes Gush. Hot and on fire. He's already initiating drift. Look at Rhys, gets out of shape. Rhys gets out of shape to Gush. But Rhys is right back on that forward bumper. Oh! Rhys sucking back on his bumper. Ken Gushi, hard break. Rhys all over him. Fights back. Oh!
Ken Gushi just went up against Rhys Millen. They went one time, had to go again. They went a second time, and you know what? There's a new rule. They can't go the third time. We're trying to figure out who just won, and it looks like we just heard Ken Gushi is moving on to the finals. He has defeated Rhys Millen.
Still like panic mode, so I don't know what's going on, but you know, we're both like American car drivers. We're kind of like brothers. He's a great friend of mine. You know, without him, I couldn't have gone this far because he's like a really great motivation to me. I mean, I call him boss.
The battle for first is here, and we've got relative newcomer Conrad Grunwald in the Motorsport Dynamic S14 running against the future, Ken Gushi in the 05 Toyo Tires Mustang.
We're going one more time already. Here we go, Conrad Grunwald, Ken Gushi. We'll explain to you later. We're going to run it one more time. Conrad Grunwald hop on the bumps. Gushi muscling on his back bumper. Conrad Grunwald, whoa, the Goosh coming in tight next to him. Conrad fighting him off. Goosh playing catch up, but he's right there on his back bumper. Wow. Here we go, the Goosh, Conrad Grunwald. The Goosh coming in turn 1. Conrad Grunwald playing catch up, brake check, coming on his back. Oh, shame! The Goosh on his game. win, but Conrad cuts in on the inside of that clipping point. Conrad missed the clipping point. Conrad missed the clipping point.
It's a good battle, it's a good battle. But second place goes to Houston's own Conrad Grunwald. With that being said, the winner, the Gushi, 18 years old, phenom. Ken Gushi wins first place, round 3. Need for Speed Formula Drift presented by Circuit City.
Ken Gushi, congratulations to you all. You were so awesome. How does it feel to take first?
It feels great. I want to thank my competitors first, though. You know, without them, I wouldn't be here. And the rest of my sponsors. Without Toyo, Ford Racing, Gushi Auto, my manager, my dad, my whole family is here too. So I want to thank everyone out there and all the fans.
It's the 4th stop for Formula Drift this season, and drifting is taking off all over the country. Driving the wine country roads here in NorCal is reminiscent of drifting's origins on the twisty mountain roads of Japan. The course here in Sonoma begins with a long downhill straight and a crazy high-speed initiation into a long right-hand sweeper. Judges are looking for speed and angle in the first part of this turn as the drivers set up for the first clipping point. The first clipping point is directly at the top of the loop marked by 2 cones. Drivers have to nail this point and then transition to the left-hand sweeper. The second clipping point is on the back side of the turn marked by a single cone. The drivers then straighten out and wait for the judge's call.
Here we go, Chris Forsberg, Mike Peters. Chris Forsberg and the Falcon Tires Drift Alliance S15 versus Bubba Drift, the crowd favorite. Mike Peters coming in the horseshoe. Tight on the clipping point is Chris Forsberg, tapping some dirt. Whoa, Chris getting out of shape, coming under the berm, trying to get some extra points for a jump. Mike Peters with the obvious advantage because Chris spun out. Advantage to Alex. Kenji Yamanaka leading. Alex Pfeiffer with the faint entry. Let's see how they fare. Kenji Yamanaka in the Rotor S13. Swinging wide. Good angle for both the guys. Tight on the clipping point. Alex is all over Kenji. Kenji cannot shake him or lose him, no matter how much smoke he puts up. Alex Pfeiffer moves on with the win. Tyler McCory, good feint entry. Look at the angle he got. Sam Huguenet trying to play catch. Oh, he catches up. He passes him on the inside. Tight on the clipping point. Tyler left the door wide open. That was a barn door of all doors. Coming in, stealing his show. Win goes to Samuel Huguenet. Here we go. Calvin Juan Daijiro. Good feint entry, flick of the wrist, coming in the horseshoe. Good weight transfer from both drivers. Daijiro coming in fast, but Calvin, really good counter steer. He's locked and loaded, tight on the clipping point. Calvin, good angle, cross it back over. Calvin Juan throwing on the signature smoke. Bam, in your face, Daijiro.
It's running good. The only problem is overheating a little bit, and it keeps blowing out the coolant hoses. So every time after a second run, I have like a geyser coming out of the front hood. So, but it should be okay.
Sam Huguenet, feint entry for Sam. JR choosing the straight line approach. Sam Huguenet swinging wide. Oh, he leaves the door open for JR. JR strikes. The snake's supposed to strike the pony, but the pony strikes the snake. JR pulling away from Sam. Sam obviously angry with the top down, but JR wins. Advantage is even. Here we go, Alex Pfeiffer, Rhys Millen. Rhys Millen all over that back bumper, C-West body kit. Whoa, Alex leaving it wide open. Rhys comes in on the inside, taps the berm. Whoa, Alex is trying to fight back, but Rhys fights him off with his mad skill sword. The winner is Alex Pfeiffer.
Rhys Millen attempted a pass on the second run, but was disqualified because the judges feel both of his front tires came up over the island. Rhys doesn't feel he broke the rule, so he's down pleading his case to the judges.
I want to see the camera from this angle, and I want to know why there was not a one more time judgment on my call.
Because it was a clear cut that you crossed the line with both left and right tire. If it was your right tire only cutting across, that would have been a clear pass. But your left tire went. Show me the video.
The judges don't feel the need to look at the replay because they're all in agreement that Rhys was over the line.
Both your
But what is the line? It was never mentioned in one meeting that you couldn't touch the wheels on that line.
Alex went wide.
You know what, that track line, that's like the given though. That's like saying like, you know, bumping off the walls is still, you're not out. You could, you know.
You're saying bumping off the walls is great. You gave JR #1 for qualifying.
You're taxing me harder than him, but you taxed everyone else the same and gave them one more time. So why didn't I get the opportunity to run one more time?
You know, I've been in the motorsport events for 12 years and I've won and I've lost and I've accepted the mistakes that I've made. I don't feel that I made a big enough mistake there to lose that round.
Tanner Faust has the advantage, but Gushi's gonna lead this lap. Let's see how they do. Gushi with good angle coming in. Tanner right behind him, sucking up on Gushi. Tanner, look at the angle. Scrubs a lot of speed. Gushi flicks it back over, going to last lane. Tanner throwing up some good smoke.
You are running solid today. What are you doing?
I'm just pretty much going in as hard as I can. And, you know, we got a new wing from Rotora on the back. And it seems like with the new wing, you can just throw it when you're at a high speed. And I think our entrance speed, our data says like 80 miles an hour. You can throw it in real sideways and like the aerodynamics of the wing kind of catch the car.
Calvin Wan's gonna lead with the feint entry. JR from Glen Burnie, Maryland loves a straight line approach, man. Here we go. Calvin Wan with good angle. JR swinging wide in the dirt, keeping it real on the off-road. Calvin Wan with good angle as he exits the horseshoe. JR just getting out of shape, hitting up on the berm. The win goes to NorCal Zone. Calvin Wan.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I don't even really remember what happened because I was just driving and so that was good. Like JR was running it so good and I was starting to stay tight on him and I don't know, I guess it worked out.
Tanner Faust, good angle coming in. Look at the weight transfer pulling away from Alex. Needs to flip on some power adders. Here we go. Look at it, he brings it wider, brings it back in tight at the clipping point. Alex Pfeiffer scrubbing a lot of speed on that horseshoe. Tanner Faust pulling away. Woo, puts up Alex Pfeiffer in a cloud of smoke with the win.
What was it like going up against Alex?
You know, Alex's car is really good, you know, it's really fast, and off the line, I don't know if there's another car that's as fast.
Send it, here we go, Tanner Faust, Calvin Wan, this is the finals that you've been waiting for. Tanner Faust pulling away from Calvin, but Calvin trying to play catch up, swinging wide back, going in the dirt. Tanner Faust, Calvin Wan back and forth. Where's Calvin? Tanner's leaving him in the dust. Oh, Calvin spins out. Got too overzealous and spins out. Advantage, Tanner Faust. Calvin Wan at the feint entry, trying to scrub some speed, comes in really hot. Tanner Faust goes for the berm, hitting this thing like a Dukes of Hazzard jump. What's the deal? Calvin Wan swinging wide, but with Tanner Faust just hitting that jump, the judges gotta claim this is even, and they do. What do you guys say, Sonoma?
The first pass, Wan spun out, giving Faust the advantage. But in the second, Tanner tries to jump the jib arm, going off track and giving call for a one more time.
One more time! Send it, here we go. Tanner Faust leading, followed by NorCal's own Calvin Wan. He's in his hometown so he can bring her home for his girlfriend. It's her birthday, I know she'll love it. Here we go. Oh man, Tanner Faust, I know he's a rally car driver too, but he's attracted to the dirt. Calvin Wan almost forces him off. This is motorsports mayhem, anarchy. Look at this. Calvin Wan with the automatic advantage. Here we go, Calvin Wan. Good feint entry from Calvin. Mashing the throttle in the Falcon G35 Coupe. Tanner Faust not far, but attracted to the dirt. I'm telling you, he wants to hit some jumps. Calvin Wan making it look too good in that heavy G35 Coupe. Tanner Faust, give it up for these guys, Sonoma.
In second place, McKinney Motorsports S13 is Tanner Faust. And of course, your hometown favorite, make some noise for Calvin Wan. Tarzan Yamada is going to present you with the trophy. Calvin Wan, podium in his hometown.
Congratulations. This is so huge. It's the first time a Japanese car has won ever. And this is your hometown.
This is my hometown. Frisco!
I know why you guys are up here. You're the 3 most focused drivers today. How does it feel?
I can't really explain in words because, like, I didn't know what was going to happen, and I just went for it, and it worked out. So, I mean, I'm as happy as could be.
It's the 5th event of the season, and we're sending smoke signals through the Windy City here at Soldier Field. Downtown Chicago makes you think of pizza and sausages, but it's all about the donuts here at Formula Drift. Today's track at Soldier Field is a variation on the figure 8. The course is a long straight with a large rise in elevation going into the first right-hand sweeper. The cars have to come as close as possible to the first wall, maintain their drift through the turn, setting them up for the first clipping point. Drivers then transition for a big left-hand sweeper. The clipping point here is more vague, but the judges want the cars as close as possible to the white and orange barrier. Friday's practice alone sent over a dozen cars into the wall, and the drivers are all trying to find their own line on this deceptively tricky course.
Out here in Soldier Field, in downtown Chicago, basically. I mean, there's a big cityscape in the background. It's a pretty beautiful place because you got the city on one side and you got the water on the other, which is kind of cool. But unfortunately, as big as the scenery is, the parking lot's tiny.
The walls are really tight on you, so everyone's hugging the wall. And unfortunately, mishaps happen, and people go through chaos.
Tony Schultz of Team Toyo flying banana. Got to fight with a wall, flicking it sideways. Sticking tight, swinging wide. Is Sam gonna attack? In drift. Nice drift, Sam Humanet. Past some in drift, forcing Tony on the outside. Whoa, fight back and forth. The win goes to Samuel Humanet. Here we go, our next battle, the Kiwi. Big brute force here. Kiwi, Rhys Millen versus Ken Gushi. Team Toyo Mustang. Whoa! Oh, man! Look at Ken Gushi, Rhys Millen. What is the deal? Ken Gushi scrubs a lot of speed, but tries to pass. Oh, man! Give it up, Chicago!
Here's what I saw. When he came around here, it looked like Rhys was leading, Gushi looked like he passed, and then it looked like Rhys kind of bumped Gushi in the back. Is that kind of...
No, I think Gushi bumped Rhys, but the reason why Gushi bumped Rhys is because he saw an opening. Because Rhys, as he was doing his run, he lost his power steering. He ran a little bit wide, and it gave an opening for Gushi to go in. As Gushi passed Rhys, a little clip action happened. I think that's
what sent Gushi kind of going straight around this turn when Rhys came back around.
Ken Gushi, Rhys Millen, battle of the century. Rhys Millen got his power steering fixed. Ken Gushi leading. Rhys Millen has nothing to lose. Lost all his body parts, but he's all over Ken Gushi. The battle of the brawn right here in Chicago. Look at Rhys, no holds barred.
Whoa! That was awesome. What do we got? What do we got? Talk to me. What just happened?
I feel that deserves it one more time because the first round, Rhys had a problem with his car.
Right, and Goosh kind of passed?
Goosh kind of passed. That was because he left the door open. So I feel that right now it should be deserve it one more time.
The call is...
One more time!
One more time! One more time, here we go, the action is on.
GM Racing, Rhys Millen, the Kiwi, missing a front bumper, got taken off by Ken Gushi's back bumper. Rhys Millen, nothing to lose. Ken Gushi all over Rhys, sucking up on his back bumper. Are they gonna exchange paint? Rhys Millen corrects mid-drift. Tight run, give it up, Chicago! Ken Gushi, Rhys Millen. Ken Gushi pulling away. Is Rhys Millen gonna be all over him? Ken, whoa, look at that! Right on his door! Ken Gushi, good angle from Ken. Rhys Millen right next to him, give it up, Chicago!
Wow. What do we got? That was awesome, right?
I have to leave that one up to the judges. My feeling was Gushi won. As Gushi came in, he went a little bit wide enough to make a better angle. You can see Rhys's wheels moving too much. So he's making multiple corrections.
Okay.
Too many
You're saying
corrections.
Gushi stayed in a really tight drift.
Ken Gushi moves on.
There you go. The judges called it. Alex Pfeiffer called it. I mean, he's got an opinion about everything, but he left that alone, and the judges agree with him. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. That was good.
You should be really happy about this.
Yeah,
but
but,
what's going through your head right now?
I kind of personally thought that it was my fault that we had contact. I don't know what the judges thought because I didn't see the video or I wasn't the one judging, but if we had the chance to do it again, then I would be glad to do it again.
Here we go, Kenji Yamanaka, Hiro Sumida. Kenji in the dark blue Rotor S13. Flicking it sideways. Oh, Hiro Sumida takes it into the wall. Give it up for Hiro Sumida. Put his car on the line. This is our final four battle. See who goes into the final four. Gushi's gonna lead with Stefan Papadakis following. Good initiation from the Gush. Good crossover. Stefan all over the Gush. Has to correct a little bit. Stefan flicking it sideways. The Gush doing the same. Give it up for the Gush and Stefan. The Gush moves on to the final four. Here they come, Kenji Yamanaka, Samuel Humanet. Kenji Yamanaka with the feint approach, cutting off Sam. Kenji coming in, blocking up and posting out Sam. Sam coming to a stop, little brake check. Kenji Yamanaka crossing over, fighting off Sam. Good angle from both these guys.
You're advancing. You defeated Kenji.
Yes, I did. I never went against him before, so I didn't know what kind of style he had, but I was pushing him hard. I was following the first round, and I got really, really close and kept my momentum and my angle. And I'm stoked because I have a lot of good grip here with my Yokohamas.
All right, well, good luck.
Here we go, Tyler McCoy, Ken Gushi. Tyler McCoy leading with the feint approach. Ken Gushi with a straight line. Ken Gushi wrapping the V8. Tyler McCoy trying to pull away. Good crossover from Tyler McCoy. Ken Gushi correcting in the center. Advantage to Ken Gushi.
Your team's been working the past day on your car. How's the car running?
The car is absolutely amazing. It's really bulletproof. The tires are great. These Toyota tires last me forever and they put out a lot of smoke. So they're doing good too. And,
so it's in perfect condition. You're ready for the finals.
Yeah, I'm ready to go in.
Here we go. Get on your feet, make some noise, Chicago! Here we go. Samuel Humanet versus Ken Gushi. Flicking it sideways early as Sam. Good angle from Samuel Humanet. Ken Gushi not far behind. Samuel pulling away with the SRT-10 Dodge Viper. Give it up for Sam and Ken. 1, 2, 3. This is it. This is the final round. Make or break. Ken Gushi flicking it sideways. Samuel Humanet on his back bumper. Samuel Humanet right up there. He can smell what Gushi's cooking. He's right up in his business. Samuel all over the Gush. Put on a good fight, but losing and getting second place. Team Toyota 05 Ford Mustang is Ken Gushi in second place. That makes our first place winner, Samuel Humanet in the Mopar Street Dodge Viper. Give it up. These are your round 5 winners. Give it up, Chicago!
Sam, you've taken it all. I mean, you dealt with a lot today. If we weren't battling the elements, we were battling the mines almost.
Yeah.
You started the day wrecking your car. Did that affect you at all, or did you know you had it?
Oh, it affected me. I mean, at that moment, I didn't know if they were going to be able to fix the car, DC Performance and Archer Racing. So they got it fixed in 20 minutes, and I was out there again, and it kind of pumped me up, actually. I got pissed that these things happen, you know. And after that, I just kept my momentum and kept my lines and stayed focused and kind of pumped me up at the same time, you know.
Yeah,
that's
like
what I did.
That.
I did.
Like
Hey, what's up, Drift Nation? I'm Rossi Morielli, and it is the final Formula D event of the season. The last time to go big or go home. Now, we're at Irwindale Speedway, about 30 minutes outside Los Angeles, California, and these fans are so stoked because this is one of the fastest and most technical tracks in the drift season. Now, let me tell you something. We've got my man Big C back for the finals to lay it down with the SoCal fans and see how they get down. And, of course, the lady who keeps the driver's story straight, my girl, Maylene Ramey.
Hey, Rossi, we saw a lot of cars hit the wall in Chicago, closing the point gap between first and second to only 11 points, which means the season is going to be decided here today at Irwindale Speedway. I'm going to be trackside, keeping the drivers' sideways stories straight.
This is Formula D. We are at the finals in Irwindale, and if you're not here, you're probably cooler than I am. Holla back.
After 5 events, hundreds of tires, and some permanent damage to the ozone layer, the battle for the 2005 Formula Drift Championship ends today. It's not often that a motorsports points battle comes down to the last event, but Sam Cubinet, Rhys Millen, and Ken Gushi are all close in points and need to keep advancing to stay in the fight. What this means for the fans here in LA is some killer on-track drift battles. Drifting is the art of driving sideways. Drivers push the handling of their cars to just beyond the natural limits and then maintain this delicate balance at speed, blowing as much tire smoke as possible. 32 drivers begin the competition in judged single passes, and the top 16 drifters move on to the head-to-head competition. It's these tandem rounds where the two cars will battle. The driver tries to pull away and lose the trailing car, while they try to push the lead car, mimicking his moves, hopefully forcing an error. Each driver leads once, and the winner moves on to the next round. In the event of a tie, a one more time is called, and each driver gets to lead another time. Now, with Irwindale's big banks and high speeds, it gives all the drivers one last chance to go really, really big or go home without a car. Now, a lot of these guys call this their home track, and a lot of these guys have seen the wall. We got a chance to talk to some of the drivers and find out what makes this track so technical.
Irwindale is kind of the hometown for a lot of us Southern Californians. Plus, too, you have a lot of the drifters move to Southern California, so a lot of us do feel that this is our main track that we like to run on.
Yeah. This is where I started driving when I was 8. Just faking my accent.
You're really good at it, though.
Reculated dudes.
Irwindale is almost everyone's favorite course, you know. It's just a super high speed, high power type track.
Your entry point off the bank is you're moving like 80, 85 miles an hour sideways, you know, between maybe an 8-foot area. So it's pretty intense. I like it a lot.
I drove Irwindale many times before, and I crashed really bad before, but like, you know, I like this track and I hate this track. I have a long history with Irwindale, many wrecks, many close calls, but this is one of my favorite tracks.
I have a little bit of a problem with the wall down here on the inner bank. I've crashed there twice, so it's kind of like a mind thing for me, so I know I gotta make up in other areas.
When we come back, we're going to check out the course POV style to find exactly what it's going to take home the trophy. Stick around. What's up, G4? We're here at the Formula D finals of the Irwindale Speedway, about 30 miles east of Los Angeles. Going from road course to ovals to parking lots means these teams are in a constant state of flux with car preparation and driving styles. And with all kinds of crazy transitions, fast speeds, and a wall that loves mistakes, these teams have got to be popping on all cylinders to leave here with a victory.
My strategy right now is go into the bank as fast as I can and hold that throttle as long as I can. Hard charge on the bank, as fast and as high as I can, create a lot of smoke.
Shoot for the walls, stay on the throttle, and just hope that you don't hit anything.
You have to stay high on the oval and really go balls out.
I am 100% throttle all the way.
I try to enter as soon as possible before the bank starts. I'm in 4th gear, so I just full throttle all the way around the whole course. Initiate 3rd and down to 2nd, like hairpin, and after that, keep 2nd.
Did the whole over 3rd. As I approach the infield, I put in 2nd, and then I keep it 2nd. So it's only one downshift.
Because the drivers are given points for qualifying, the qualifying rounds here at Irwindale mean more than they ever have before. Right now, the battle for the overall season championship is separated by only 11 points. So the top 4, Gushi, Millen, Yoshihara, and Cubinet, need to qualify high to stay in the fight to take home the season title.
You know, with the way that the points are right now, we have to qualify number 1.
We have to finish first in pretty much everything today, both qualifying and
I mean, to get the championship.
Points are too close, and I need to have at least 1 to 2 points gap starting the rounds against Samuel. So if we meet in the final, we can take him.
Obviously, it is the final round of the season, so I don't really care what happens to the car. I'm just going to go all out.
Everyone's going all out, and the march on the wall proved this is no easy course. With such a high-speed track, keeping your car off the walls becomes job number 1. Today, some of our top guys have found their way into the concrete barriers.
The course is really greasy and it's really hot. I think surface temperature is like, I don't know, 150 now. So it's gonna be difficult for me because I may get understeer in the top of it, and I'm in the trouble. Stay away from the wall.
Taco walked away from his little mishap, but the little hotchie that could might just be done forever. To find out who's staying off the wall and impressing the judges so far, let's go to Jared.
First and foremost, big round of applause to you guys. Top 16 introduction, round 6, qualifying 16, Conrad Grunwald. He was scared he wasn't even in the competition today. Robbie Nishida. The kid, Ken Gushi. Eric Roger. Seigo Yamamoto. You can give him another high five because you qualified 11th. Tyler McClory. Or Dajiro Yoshihara. Bubba Drift, Michael Peter. Chris Forsberg. He's bruised and battered. The sliding Hawaiian qualified 6th, Alex Pfeiffer. Big Smoke Ben Schwartz. Nobo Okubo. Driftonator dude, Samuel Humanet. Tanner Faust. Number 1 qualifier, Mad Skills, Rhys Millen.
Rhys qualified first, giving him a small points cushion over Sam Cubanet. But it still doesn't secure the title, which means the fight for the season will be determined in the tandem rounds. The qualifying is done, which means the action is about to heat up. When we come back, we're going to the tandem battles, baby. We're in Southern California, which means sunshine, beautiful women, and the country's best drifting. Now, we're gonna get to the tandem battles in a minute, but first, my man Big C is chopping it up with the guys over the car show.
All right, Rossi, I saw this and thought of you, man. What's your name, man?
Ben, Abutin.
Now tell my boy Rossi up in the booth what your car is, man, because I think it's too much for Formula D.
Well, it's a Nissan 350Z. It's a 2003 model. We did a custom wide body in the car. It's based on the JGTC wide body. It's custom made. I have the mold for it. The wheels is like HRE. It's custom made. It's a 6-inch lip on the back.
What size are those rims, man?
It's 19 by 13 on the rear and 19 by 10.5 on the front.
Okay, and bottom line on the car, man, how much power is the motor putting out with the Power Enterprise Twin Turbo?
At 7 pounds, about almost 400 horsepower.
All right, Formula D. Now, I really found a guy that you are gonna have to watch out for. What's your name, man?
Lance Feliciano.
You in the car show this year. You said you want to be out there next year. Tell us about the car and why it should be on the other side of the guardrail.
Well, basically, we set up this car basically for drifting. It's not street legal. We set up the motor to pull about 450 horsepower. The car was actually built by J-Spec, and the roll cage is 14-point roll cage. It's like a jungle gym in there.
All right, good luck. We want to see you out there, man.
The first of our tandem battles is here. This is where our drifters become gladiators, Irwindale becomes a coliseum, and all hell breaks loose. The course here at Irwindale Speedway is world famous. Competitors have a long straight that turns into the first initiation point just about halfway through the big bank turn. Judges want people to stay high on the bank and then drive down and flick the car to the right and hit the first clipping point. After the first clip, drivers have to transition back to the left for a big left-hand sweeper and another clipping point. The drivers then transition back to the right for one last clipping point and then line up to hear the judges' call. Our first two competitors in the final event of the Formula Drift Championship season begin with the Kiwi, Mad Skills Rhys Millen and the Team RMR Pontiac GTO. He's taking on privateer Conrad Grunwald in the Motorsport Dynamics 240SX. Rhys comes into this round only 11 points ahead of the number 2 drifter, Sam Cubinet. In order to take the championship, Rhys has to beat Grunwald in this round and keep advancing. Let's get with J-Rod to give us the play-by-play.
Four-cylinder turbo. Rhys already initiating drift. Conrad straightening out a little bit. Whoa, Rhys, Conrad. Rhys looking a little sketchy towards the wall of death, but maintains his drift. Conrad right behind him, though. Not too far. Rhys had a really good line. Rhys, Mad Skills Millen versus Conrad Grunwald. Conrad Grunwald did really well in his hometown of Houston, Texas. Now resides in Northern California. Seems that driving school training has been put to good use. Conrad already initiated a solid drift. Rhys Millen, Mr. Consistent. Let's see how he fares against Conrad. Good flick of the wrist from Conrad and Rhys. Rhys reeling him back in. Conrad throwing some good smoke in Rhys's face. Rhys not even affected. Definitely living up to his name, Mr. Mad Skills Millen, the Kiwi, Rhys Millen with the win.
On the first run, Millen was able to pull away and stay well out in front of Grunwald. On the second run, Grunwald looked awesome, but Rhys stuck to him, driving through the smoke and on to the next round.
What a way to start off this event. That was amazing. How are you feeling?
Great, you know, that gives me the confidence that we can run really, really close to the other competitors and hopefully keep the momentum going to the final. You know, this whole year has been about building points, building strategy, and I just about threw it away at the last event, but after qualifying number 1, having a great first round, I'm smiling finally for the first time today.
I see that and I like it.
Lining up now for the second battle in our round of 16 is the blonde from Japan, Yokonobu Okubo, driving the world-famous Signalato Nissan against the turbo boost of Derek Rogers and the Cooper Tires kit replica.
Rogers, another American muscle versus JDM Import 180SX. Look at Okubo with the wingless whip. Derek Rogers working the steering wheel, correcting back and forth. Okubo pulling away. Looking real good with good angle. Derek Rogers working that front steering wheel. Look at the wheels correcting. Derek Rogers swinging wide off that clipping point. Okubo being real nimble through the S-curve. Okubo's got the advantage. Here goes Derek Rogers. Let's see how he does in the Cooper Tires Firebird. Yokonobu Okubo. Look at him catch up to him on the bank. Okubo, Derek Rogers, back and forth. Derek getting out of shape. Okubo right behind him. Okubo's right on Derek Rogers, not going for the pass. Oh, he comes in. Oh, Derek hits the tires. Derek hits the tires, forcing Okubo out. Ow! Okubo moves on to the grade A.
In the first run, Okubo was able to pull away and keep a smooth but constant gap between the S13 and the kit car, which had to keep correcting. On the second run, Okubo was able to match Rogers until he just about passes Knight Rider on the outside of the last turn, forcing Rogers to spin. After our first battle in the round of 16, Signalato's Okubo is moving on, and Mad Skills Rhys Millen is one step closer to taking the event and the season. Coming up after the break, we've got more from our round of 16, and my man Big C is getting blacklisted from the Need for Speed Most Wanted tournament. Welcome back to Formula D. Now, we're going to get back to the on-track action in a minute, but right now, my man Big C is checking out the Need for Speed tournament.
Do you have the need for speed?
Hey, I'm Big C, and we hanging out in Irwindale, California, where the Need for Speed Most Wanted Blacklist tournament is looking for another competitor to win a free trip to Vegas, a brand new Xbox, and a drift ride with Tarzan. The competition is heating up. Let's go check it out. The rules are simple. The slowest 3 times per heat are eliminated, while the other 5 move on to the next round. Hundreds of cats came out to compete, and the Need for Speed tourney sees its first girl enter the contest.
Just because I'm a girl don't mean nothing. I can roll with all these people here.
And I'm just trying to keep on the track, chase smooth lines, try and take the turns as fast as I can. As long as I don't hit any obstacles or the 5.0 doesn't pull me out to the side, I think I should be doing pretty good.
This is a trash talking, bring your best game tournament. So bring your best game, man.
I'm all show, no talk, man. I'll bring what I bring to the game. You can talk.
I don't know, y'all.
I'll bring it.
I don't know, y'all. When I'm out there dancing and I'm winning, I talk. So if you're not talking, you might be a loser. Holla back. All right, now this looks like the future. What's your name, little man?
Oliver.
Where you from, Oliver?
Simi Valley.
Am I messing up your game, man?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I don't want to mess your game up, but you think you're going to win this Need for Speed Underground Blacklist tournament here today?
No.
It's a lot going on here, man. How you gonna do?
Oh, man, you know I'm gonna do the best. Can't nobody see me, dog.
I don't know. I got a lot of players here. We shall see. So after the game separated the players from the player haters, we are left with 3 drivers. Eric Broman, James Pye, and Justin Lundy are all looking to take home the checkered flag. Your boy Justin Lundy leaves the other 2 drivers in the dust as he comes out on top as the Irwindale winner.
Being relaxed kind of helped me get the times I wanted to get. If I get excitable, man, I'll screw up. So I have to wait till adrenaline comes back again. So I'll be excited pretty soon.
What are your last words before you take the ride of your life, man?
I hope I don't do anything stupid, man, but oh, this is gonna be so crazy. Can't wait for this to happen.
All right, now this is my advice to you. Strap your helmet on, hold on, peace.
To register for the Need for Speed Blacklist tournament or to get more info, check out needforspeed.com.
See you in Las Vegas.
Back into our round of 16. It's Big Smoke Ben Schwartz and the Peak Performance Escort team that JR Gittin borrowed in Chicago, going against friend and teammate Seigo Yamamoto and the Falcon Tires FD RX-7. My man Jared's warmed up and he's got the call.
Here we go, our next battle, Ben Schwartz, Seigo Yamamoto. Big Smoke, Ben Schwartz, Seigo Yamamoto, Falcon Tires. Both these guys, Falcon teammates. Look at that, that's why he's called Big Smoke. Seigo Yamamoto taking a shot. Wow, look at that. Big Smoke throwing up a consistent cloud. Looking like napalm in Seigo's face. Holy cow. For Ben Schwartz. Obvious advantage goes to Ben Schwartz. Falcon Tires models supporting Seigo Yamamoto and Ben Schwartz. Seigo, hopefully those blinkers will do some wonders for him. Ben Schwartz was completely on his game that first round. Here comes Seigo, Ben Schwartz. Look at the smoke coming out those Falcon Tires. Wow, Ben Schwartz coming in hot. Wow. Seigo. This is a win-win for Falcon. Ben Schwartz coming in. All over him. All over Seigo. Ben Schwartz moves on to the grade A.
In the first run, Big Smoke, who's had a tough year so far, finally lives up to his name and buries Seigo in a Falcon Tire cloud, pulling away and nailing the clipping points. In the second run, Seigo's RX-7 can't hold the same steep angle that Ben has and is unable to shake the quiet calm of Big Smoke.
Are you watching yourself?
Oh, yes, I am. Sorry.
Can you not believe what just happened? Is that why?
No.
You need to see it for yourself.
Yeah, I had to see if it was true. Sego's always been one of my favorite drifters, and I cannot believe what just happened. So.
What are you doing right there on this little screen?
I'm not even letting off the gas. I was just trying so hard to catch up with him, and it looks like he went a little outside, and I guess that was my luck. You know?
All right, so right now I got Andy in up here with me. Lucky enough to have him. He's going to help me out. Andy, but why are you up here with me?
Unfortunately, today I didn't qualify. We just got our cars ready last Tuesday, and last minute thing, but it's okay. I'll be ready next year.
Well, we hate that, but we're glad to have you because we're going to get some great information from him. The next two dogfighters in the round of 16 are Michael Peters and the Bubba Drift El Camino, and Dai Yoshihara driving his backup car, the yellow left-hand drive 240SX. Dai is in 4th place and has an outside chance to win the championship, but has to make it through all of the rounds to even have a chance.
Here we go, our next battle, Bubba Drift versus Taijiro Yoshihara. Bubba Drift trying to pull away from the fast approaching Taijiro. Taijiro has some of the fastest entry speeds. Look at Taijiro straightening out though. Bubba Drift, look at that. Taijiro sucking up on his trailer hitch. Making it look good. Oh, Taijiro losing it in the inner bank. Automatic advantage goes to Bubba Drift. Here comes Taijiro and Bubba Drift. Taijiro Yoshihara in his backup car versus Bubba Drift in the El Camino. Everybody knows it. Run what you brung. Taijiro tight on that first entry. Tight on the clipping point. Bubba Drift tight on the wall. Bring it back. Bring it in and tight. Bubba Drift right on his game. The judges are talking right now. The spin outweighs a bad line. So the winner is Bubba Drift.
Tell me about that run. What happened?
It's really tough going against Bubba Drift. We're not saying he's slow, but his car is not really built for speed during drifts. So a lot of times when competitors go behind him, they would tend to creep up too fast and had to kill the speed at the same time. So that sort of missed their lines up at the same time.
You defeated Taijiro.
I defeated Dai. Dai's a really good driver, and I just tried to go out there and be as good as I could. I really like the layout of this course because I figured out a way I can floor it all the way. I'm either full throttle or on the e-brake.
Yeah! Ooh, yeah! Were things not working out for you today?
I supposed to use my own car, right? But engines break yesterday, so I have to use this car.
It's a completely different car, and you're driving on the other side. Did that affect you?
Yeah, like e-brake. I can't use e-brake so well.
Moving on to meet Rhys no Kubo in the round of 8 are Big Smoke Ben Schwartz and Bubba Drift Mike Peters, who took down 4th place drifter Yoshihara, and that means the fight for the season is now between Millen, Cubanet, and Gushi. The story here in Cali just gets better and better, and we're only halfway through the round of 16. Stay with us. Welcome back to Formula D. We're at Irwindale Speedway for the finals where the competition is fierce for the 2005 Formula Drift Championship. Drifting is America's newest motorsport and is currently sliding its way into mainstream culture. Drifting is like an automotive dogfight, except the two drivers battle on the track instead of in the sky. The lead driver sets the pace and tries to lose the trailing car while burying him in a cloud of smoke. Meanwhile, the trailing car tries to keep the lead car in its sights, get within inches, and hopefully force an error. In the event of a tie, a one more time is called and each driver is given one more time to lead. If you haven't picked up on it yet, it's the final Formula D event of the season. Everything is up for grabs. We've got more from the round of 16, beginning with Tanner Faust and the McKinney Motorsports 240SX. He took the 2nd place in Sonoma, going up against Falcon's walk-on Robbie Nishida, who has had trouble making all the events, but had the skills to take down Cubanet in Jersey.
I'm sorry, Falcon. This won't happen again.
Jared's already going crazy over this battle.
Here we go, our next battle. Tanner Faust, number 2 qualifier, versus the 180 of Robbie
Nishida. Tanner Faust and Robbie Nishida, both very similar cars. Wow, look at him mash the throttle coming into the clipping point. Tanner with good speed pulling away. Testing and tuning that car all week. Tanner with good angle, good speed. Throwing out the smoke and Dunlop tires. Here we go, Robbie Nishida, Tanner Faust. Robbie's gonna lead. Overboost.com, Falcon Tires. Versus Tanner Faust, McKinney Motorsports. Good angle from Robbie coming into that first turn. Tight on the clipping point are both of them. Tanner coming in inside. Can Robbie defend his line? Comes back. Robbie swings wide but comes tight on the clipping point, defends his line. That was a tight run. We're gonna run one more time because it's too close to judge. Here we go. Tanner Faust, Robbie Nishida. Tanner pulling away. Robbie Nishida from Japan making it look good. Tanner going high to low to high. Robbie Nishida going straight for it. Tanner defending his line well. Robbie's coming in fast though. Swings it wide. Is he gonna mash the throttle and suck up on his back bumper? Tanner's got good angle. Look at Robbie all over Tanner. The judges are saying it's even. They both had a really solid run. So here we go. Robbie Nishida, Tanner Faust. Sending it down the track. Irwindale, House of Drift. Robbie Nishida, Tanner Faust. Good angle from both these guys. They look like twins coming down the bank. Robbie and Tanner. Look at Tanner attacking. Showing he can jump all over Robbie. Tanner with the tight line. Robbie cutting out. Wow, shooting flames. Make some noise for Tanner Faust and Robbie Nishida. And Tanner Faust moves on to the grade 8.
Tanner Faust moves on. Is that a good call?
That's definitely a good call. Robbie Nishida shot too low again at the first clipping point, which shot him outwards at the wall, which during tandem battles, you want to defend your line as much as you can so no one could go under you. Although Robbie Nishida did dive down to the middle of the line, Tanner Faust still held his line and stuck right behind him all the way.
So you're moving on. You guys had to go one more time. That was really, really exciting.
Yeah, you know, hot like this, it's really hard on the motor to do 4 runs back to back.
Well, how's the car running? Don't you have a new engine in there?
Yeah, blew the last one. And yeah, nice job.
Ah.
Dude, now you got to do this for me. Now you got to do this for me.
All right,
Yeah.
Thank you, Robbie. That was fun.
At the start line now is 2004's third place overall drifter Chris Forsberg and the Nissan S15 he's had trouble with all year, going against the Jasper Performance Supra driven by Tyler McQuarrie.
Chris Forsberg, Falcon Tires Drift Alliance of Rockford Fosgate versus Tyler McQuarrie. Chris Forsberg already initiating the drift, going in low, swinging high, trying to lose Tyler in the smoke screen. Look at the angle from Chris. Tyler trying to come in and attack, but Chris is fending him off with the shield that's called the Sylvia. Now Chris is on his game. Whoa, Tyler. Chris Forsberg, amazing angle, tight on the line. Chris Forsberg, advantage. Jeff from SCCA, get him stage, and away they go. Tyler McQuarrie, Chris Forsberg. Tyler McQuarrie, Jasper Performance Supra. Early initiation. Watch Chris catch up to him. Never lift is what Chris Forsberg says. Falcon Drift Alliance, Rockford Fosgate. Watch Chris catch up to him right here. Tyler looking really good, really strong. Can Chris come in tight? Yes, he does. Tyler McQuarrie on his game. Chris not far behind. And the judges have decided Chris Forsberg moves on to the grade 8.
Tyler made a lot of sort of stupid mistakes. I guess, you know, the pressure's on right now. Chris held his line. Chris held his exposure. He did really well. So the second run, all Chris had to do is just make his clean runs.
He had a good run, and then that was it.
Yeah, so you wait for other people to make mistakes so you don't make mistakes.
So there you go. So basically, you just can't screw up when you're out here running. It's the finals. It's the Formula D finals. You can't screw up.
What were your expectations for today?
I just wanted to qualify because qualifying top 16 would pretty much secure me in top 10 for the year, and I'm, totally thrilled with that. So just, here to have fun, help support my sponsors and the sport, of course. So, as long as it's fun, then, just go with it.
Moving on to the round of 8 is Chris Forsberg, who's fighting to stay in the top 8 for the season, and Tanner Faust, who's only 56 points out of the top 10. When Formula D comes back, we went down to see who the fans want to take home the trophy today. We're back in LA for the final round of the Formula D Championship. Coming out for what is surely to be an epic battle are number 2 and number 3 drifters, Sam Cubinet and Ken Gushi. Sam drives the Mopar-powered V10 Viper and is only 11 points behind Rhys Millen. Ken drives the Toyota Tires Ford Mustang and is currently 45 points behind first. So whoever wins this round still has a chance to capture the crown for the season, while whoever loses will most likely get third. Let's get with Jared and see who's moving on.
Here we go. Next battle, the Gushi versus Samuel Humanet. Samuel Humanet, our number 2 points leader, versus the Gushi, our number 3 points leader. Samuel Humanet, put up your Mopar flags. I can't even hear myself think. Samuel Humanet versus Ken Gushi. Samuel just pulling away from the Ford. Samuel Humanet mashing the throttle, the SRT-10, losing him in the Yokohama smoke. Advantage goes to Samuel Humanet. Make some noise for Ken Gushi, who's a fan of the Gushi. He's our number 3 points leader, the Gushi. This is a battle of the brawn. Team Toyo, Samuel Humanet, the Gushi with good angle. Sam, he's going straight at it. What is Gushi doing? Gushi is, what is going on here? Sam, the Gushi is running a proper drift line, and Sam came in really straight. I don't know, I'm gonna go to the judges. I can tell you what's going on there.
Andy, explain the madness.
Sam is a little faster going into the oval because of Gushi's car is really heavy and the power is sort of a little bit lower than Sam's car, so he's going to be a little bit slower than Sam. But as Sam creeped up, exiting the bank, he straightened out the wheel, and I think that messed him up from there, so it screwed up his whole line for the rest of the way.
Are we looking at it one more time?
I hope we see it one more time.
I hope we see it because this is the battle of battles.
Do you guys want to see him run one more time? Well, you want it, you shall receive one more time!
Oh my gosh, the madness. We've got a one more time between Ken Gushi and Sam Cubinet. Let's go to the action.
Here we go, Samuel Humanet, Ken Gushi, running one more time. Samuel Humanet, the Mopar Speed Dodge Viper, SRT-10 versus the Gushi Toyota Tires Ford Mustang. Looking real good, both of them. Wow, Samuel Humanet with amazing speed. Gushi using all 8 cylinders and supercharger on that Ford Mustang. Samuel just fluttering the throttle back and forth. Gushi not far behind. The advantage is even. That's how tight these guys were. Samuel Humanet. Samuel Humanet. Ken Gushi, the Gushi. Coming in with good angle, going low to high. Sam, put it in drift. We need you to drift. This is a drifting competition. Whoa, Sam, all over the Gushi. Sam is using all 10 cylinders. Ken using all 8, the supercharger on top of it. Wow, Sam all over Ken.
That was one of the best runs I've seen. Sam did his thing. He tucked in under Ken Gushi. He did really well. Ken stuck with his whole line and everything, but Sam would have the advantage to this one.
And moving on to the grade 8, Samuel Humanet!
Sam Humanet takes it, pushes Ken out of the running. Now Sam's got a chance to win the whole thing.
What is it like going against such a tough competitor so early on in the event? You don't expect to see this until the finals, maybe.
No, I mean, we were both standing talking, me and Gush, but hey, this is not where we want to be. We want to battle for the final, now one of us can be kicked out, and that's such a bummer. He's such a great driver, and I wish I could have him up with me further up in this battle today. But you know what? I'm happy, and every achievement today is just going to be a big blessing.
Coming out now is Falcon Tires' Vaughn Gittin Jr., driving his 4th car of the year. Now this is an unusual run because Alex Pfeiffer made the round of 16 despite the fact he stuffed his S2000 into the wall during qualifying. Unfortunately, they couldn't fix his car before the tandem rounds, which means JR gets a bye run and automatically advances to the round of 8.
JR, can we talk to you for a second? I mean, if you can.
I'm a little out of breath from that last. I'm really fighting on that car last run.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. How did you manage to beat yourself?
I try really, really hard and do a lot of practice. And I guess it's all paid off. When you can beat yourself, what more is there?
Cubanet has an incredible battle, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. slides in with an easy bye to the round of 8. All right, that's it for the round of 16. Coming up, we've got the hard 8. The season championship is still on the line. Welcome back to Formula D. Now, the line to get in here today was absolutely ridiculous. You know why? Because of the crazy SoCal drift fans we've got here today. We got G4 TV in the half right there, man. G4, Okay, I'm in the middle of an interview. Exactly why did you get that tattoo, sir?
Oh, and look at the beautiful ladies, that's why.
Exactly. Nobody wants the tattoo. They just want the hot chick to put it on them. Tap me up. What is your name?
Sylvia.
Sylvia, and what is your name?
Sylvia.
Tell me this, what are these all about? It's 900 degrees!
I know, these are my comfy boots.
Don't get me wrong, comfy's one thing, but your feet have got to be like in a pool of sweat.
No.
How long does it take to get your hair like that?
About 10 minutes.
How much a year do you spend on product? We're back with the hard 8 here in LA, and this is where the top 8 drifters go head-to-head, starting off with a Kiwi and a redneck. It's the down-under power of Rhys Millen and his GTO throwing down with the sideburn style of Mike Peters' Bubba Drift El Camino. To keep moving on in the competition, Rhys will have to match the slow-sweeping drifts of the El Camino. Sam Humanet advanced to the 8, which means the pressure's on Rhys to stay in the hunt to take the season. If Rhys goes out before Humanet, he's lost the championship for sure. Jared is doing his best to keep us cool on the mic.
Rhys Millen, Bubba Drift, great day. Rhys Millen, Bubba Drift, Rhys Millen coming into the bank at speed. Blowing the doors off the El Camino. Rhys Millen, Bubba Drift nowhere to be found. Mad Skills Millen, the man from down under. With the car getting crazy sideways, throwing up the smoke. Advantage, obviously, to Rhys Millen. And away they go! Bubba Drift, Rhys Millen. Bubba Drift coming in on the straight. Rhys Millen giving a little playroom. Is he going to reel him in? He throws out the grappling hook on his trailer hitch. He's reeling him in like a big mouth bass. Look at that! Rhys Millen on his trailer hitch, coming onto the inner bank. Rhys Millen with a tighter line. Is Bubba Drift going to defend his line? Bubba spins wide. Rhys all over him like GTO on the back of the El Camino. Rhys Millen moves on to the final 4.
In the first run, Bubba stayed really high on the wall following Rhys, but the El Camino just doesn't have the speed, and Mad Skills Millen was able to pull away. In the second run, Rhys gave Bubba a little room on the bank and then dive-bombed in, closed the gap, and stayed right on top of him for the win.
This sport is not just about being a skilled driver, it's about having a great team. And I asked my team when I led, tell me the distance that I was in front of him coming off the exit cone off the bank. I then put that into play that I let him lead, so it looked like he was ahead of me. We have so much more forward grip that I wanted to be right on his butt coming into that same point. That showed our aggression, our advantage from behind, and we played the game right. We got the advantage.
This never happens. We've got 2 of the top drifting guys helping us out here on the podium. Andy Yin barely missed qualifying in his new 350Z, and Alex Pfeiffer qualified 5th with his first run, but stuffed his S2000 into the wall, which means he's gonna help me explain what's going on. The next battle in the Hard 8 at Irwindale is between two unseated drivers, starting with Japanese national Yokonobu Okubo and the Signal Auto S13 going up against Big Smoke Ben Schwartz in the Peak Performance Falcon Tires S14.
Okubo, Ben Schwartz. Here they come, Okubo, Signal Auto, Tanabe. Ben Schwartz, is he gonna reel him in? Comes Ben with a straight across the bank. Good smoke coming off of Kubo's car. But Big Smoke, he didn't receive that name for nothing. Okubo tight on the line, but Ben tighter on that clipping point. They've kept the same distance overall the whole time. The judges are saying it's even. Here we go, send it! Ben Schwartz, Okubo. Ben Schwartz leading. Peak Performance Falcon Tires versus Okubo, Tanabe, Signal, BF Goodrich. Ben's Big Smoke, Schwartzy's lighting him up. Can he lose Okubo? Look at the angle from Ben. Okubo right there, but Ben's got some sick angle on that clipping point. Tight line from Ben Schwartz. Ben Schwartz with a sick line.
So, who do you think wins it?
I think that's a one more time.
What do you think?
I would say it's a one more time. When Okubo was following, he was trying to play catch up too hard, so his angle and his lines were really tight and narrow, which it wasn't that much of a show right now.
So there you go, Andy in, and Alex Pfeiffer say one more time. Let's go to the judges.
It's split right down the middle. The judges are talking. They're only allowed one more time. Uchi's saying one more time. They're gonna run one more time!
Wow, you guys are amazing. It's almost like you guys know what the judges are thinking, like you're almost like drifters.
Okubo and Ben Schwartz entering the track. Okubo and Ben Schwartz. Look at Big Smoke. Stand on your feet, Irwindale. Look at this. Ben Schwartz coming in with good speed on Okubo. Tight line from Ben all over his Signal. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Ben is up big time.
Tell me, guys, what just happened right there? Talk to me.
Ben was doing so good. He matched his line, his angle. He bettered his angle going through most of the drifting portion. But right on the apex where it really mattered, he spun.
You can't spin out. It's the finals. Keep it tight. Lock it up, Schwartz. Lock it up.
Ben Big Smoke Schwartz. Let's see if he lives up to his name. First, the JDM Import Signal Autos Okubo. Look at these guys. They're both running wingless. That's the trick to stay sideways here at Irwindale, the House of Drift. Big Smoke already initiated an early drift. Look at the angle. Okubo not far behind. Both these guys with really good car control. Big Smoke with the extreme angle coming into the hairpin. Look at the smoke, definitely living up to his name. Okubo with a flick of a wrist, catch him right back up. Big Smoke, Ben Schwartz with the win.
So moving on, and our first battle in the round of 4 is Okubo and Rhys Millen. Coming up, we got the last half of the round of 8, and my man Big C's got something cooking over the car show. Welcome back to Formula D. Irwindale is crazy. All the drivers are going big on the hard bank, and we're back into the crazy 8. The last 2 battles in the hard 8 are upon us, beginning with Tanner Faust and Chris Forsberg. Tanner's driving the McKinney Motorsports 240SX, and Forsberg is behind the wheel of the Falcon Tires S15. Let's get with J-Rod, who's got the call.
Tanner Faust, Chris Forsberg. Chris looks like he's lagging a little bit. See if he can catch up. He's running through the gears. Tanner Faust. Look at the smoke coming off those Falcons from Chris Forsberg. He's got to play. Oh, man, Tanner hitting that cone. Chris Forsberg hitting the cone that Tanner. Oh, man. Wow. Chris Forsberg. You can't even see the back of his car. Tanner Faust comes in tight on that first turn. But advantage goes to Chris Forsberg because Tanner Faust hit that first cone. 1, 2, 3! Chris Forsberg leading, Tanner Faust following. Chris is gonna throw on the smoke screen like Spy Hunter. Tanner with the straight line approach. He needs the drift. Chris is defending his line. Whoa, Tanner all over Chris, and he spins out. Tanner spins out. Chris Forsberg moves on to the final four.
There you go. So Chris Forsberg on top of his guy. I mean, looking good right there, right?
Perfect, perfect. Chris did his own thing. Tanner's, I think, a little too anxious to catch up to Chris Forsberg, so during the switchover, he sped up a lot, and when he was supposed to brake, it was a little bit too late, so it threw all his weight off.
Tell me, did you like the run?
Yeah, I think Chris was on a really fast line. He was throwing that thing in there, and then Tanner, he did make a little bit of a mistake. You know, he tried to suck into Chris, and he couldn't make it.
How are you feeling after defeating Tanner?
I'm really excited. Tanner's been running so well for like the past week. We saw him in a couple practice sessions. He was like the one guy who's always been running the right line from day one. So I kind of thought I had to, you know, step it up a little bit, but, you know, just luck's on my side, I guess, and worked out.
The last battles of the hard eight, we've got my man Sam Cubinet and Vaughn Gittin Jr. Falcon Tires' Vaughn Gittin Jr. is driving an S13 he borrowed at the last second, while Sam Cubinet is in the Mopar-backed Viper. Sam has to win this battle to stay in the fight for the championship, and he's been looking mean all day. Let's go to Jared for the call.
Huff getting rough for Van Gittin Jr. from Baltimore, Maryland. Woo! Look at the LEDs on Sam's car. Vaughn Gittin Jr. going low. Bring it up, Vaughn. I can't even hear myself think. That SRT-10 is uncorked. Vaughn Gittin Jr. trying to play catch-up all over. Vaughn's all over. So Sam spins out. Sam gets out of shape.
Wait a minute. Did he spin out or did he almost spin out?
He almost spun out, but he lost the drift, so that advantage should go to JR.
The fact that JR went around him on the outside automatically tells you that
something's wrong.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, send it! Vaughn Gittin Jr. with Samuel Humanet. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gonna lead in the borrowed car. Steve Otapolo bringing it low to high. How's Sam gonna fare? He spun out the first time. Here comes Vaughn Gittin. Whoa! Man, detonating, throwing fire in Sam's face. What is going on? Spinning wide. Samuel Humanet. Oh man. What is going on here? Irwindale.
Oh my gosh! Sam spun out again.
He was pushing.
So let me get this. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets a bye because your car doesn't get fixed, and then Sam Humanet spins out twice for no reason, and he's already moved on to the final four?
Yeah.
You are holding it down today.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm You owe me, buddy. I think Rhys is a little bit happy that he doesn't have to go against Sam because, you know, I just sealed the deal for him in the championship.
What were you thinking during the second run? You could not spin out. You had to hold it together.
Yeah, well, you know, I messed up a little bit on the bank, but then I came in like a missile on him in that bottom turn and came right in on him, and he spun, and I kept my line and just went right around him. And the car's breaking up a little bit on me, but, you know, I'm super excited. You know, I just can't believe it.
And as night falls here at Irwindale, so will another driver as Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Chris Forsberg battle it out as teammates in the Final Four. All right, Drift Nation, the season is almost over. The winners of this round will duke it out for first, and the other two battle it out for third. Our first battle of the Fearless Four will be between Mad Skills Rhys Millen and his fully dialed-in Pontiac GTO and Japanese driver Yokonobu Okubo in the Signal Auto S13. It's time to go to Jared, who's losing his voice, but not his energy.
Final four, Okubo leading Rhys. No, what's going on here? Rhys Millen leading Okubo. Rhys coming low to high. Rhys with really good angle, tight on that clipping point, pulling away the LS plus one power GTO. Really tight on that clipping point. Okubo on his back bumper. Good run from both these guys.
What do we think? I didn't even know Rhys was leading that one.
Yeah, Rhys ran a short line. He went down on the bottom and he started his entry pretty low. Okubo was just on the outside of him. We didn't know who was supposed to be in the lead.
1, 2, 3, send it! Here we go, Okubo versus Rhys Millen. Okubo trying to pull away. Okubo with our early initiation. Rhys following his line from low to high on the bank. Rhys is lighting up that smoke. Look how tight he is on that back bumper. Whoa! Rhys dodging in, darting in on the inside. Okubo tight on that clipping point. Look at Rhys all over him. The muscle machine is outdoing the Signal Auto car.
It looks like he just permanently attached himself to his rear bumper on that run. Am I right?
Yeah, he basically followed Okubo's smoke through the whole thing. But that shows that you have a lot of skill. You can follow another driver, and it shows a lot of skill.
So there you go. Rhys Millen moves on. You agree with this move?
Rhys stuck to him like a magnet. Rhys did good. Awesome.
That was really intense. Did you guys make contact?
Yeah, we actually tapped each other going into the first corner. I think he must have had a miscommunication. Number one qualifier always leads into the first round. And I was waiting for him to stall to my speed at the control cone here, and he was already going. So I just went for it, initiated, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be pretty close to him, and I just felt the slightest tap.
Fighting with Rhys for first will either be Chris Forsberg in the Drift Alliance Team Falcon S15 or his Drift Alliance Falcon brother, Vaughn Gittin Jr., who's in a borrowed S13.
1, 2, 3, send it! Chris Forsberg, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Chris running through the gears. These guys are best of friends. Wow. Spitting fire like, hi-ya! Here we go. Chris Forsberg lighting up the smoke. Vaughn Gittin Jr. with the flamethrower. Chris is just lighting up his Falcons. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the borrowed car. Wow, look at Vaughn over Chris's back. Oh, Vaughn spins out. Vaughn spins out. Automatic advantage, Chris Forsberg. Here we go. Here's the battle. Best of friends. Vaughn Gittin Jr. pulling away from Chris. I guarantee he'll catch right back up. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Chris Forsberg lighting him up. Vaughn, no angle. Chris lighting it up. Wow. That's like a special effect. Chris Forsberg running a really good drift line. Vaughn Gittin Jr. didn't even come in drift. But Chris Forsberg with good angle consistently throughout the track.
Going off of what the last run was, Chris had an advantage going in.
Yeah.
So now it's about 50-50. They both kind of they didn't really make mistakes, but they didn't really improve on each one's performance. So I'd give it to Chris.
What do you think? Yeah, Chris did really well. He kept this game. He could have followed a little closer off the starting line so they could give more of a show for the spectators at the same time, but I think he's having a little transmission problems right now.
Chris, excellent job. You defeated your teammate, JR, but you guys might make it up on the podium together.
Yeah, he still has a chance right now to get third place. You know, he's driving a car he's never driven before and just been killing it all day.
It's great to see you're so happy for him, but what about you? What are you going to do against Rhys?
I have no idea. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm on the podium first time all year. Thank God.
That's a preview of what's going to happen on the podium.
Exactly. That's great.
So there you have it. We've got Chris Forsberg and Rhys Millen moving on to the finals. We've got Okubo and Vaughn Gittin Jr. battling for third. A lot of races to go. I love it! Welcome back to Formula D. This is our second to last battle of the season, and it's between a couple of S13s. Team Falcons Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Signal Auto's Yokonobu Okubo.
1, 2, 3, send it! Here we go, Okubo versus Vaughn Gittin Jr. JR. Signal Auto versus Drift Alliance Falcon Rockford Fosgate. Coming in, Signal Auto with good angle on the bank. Vaughn running a really straight line in the borrowed car. I mean, this is a borrowed car for Vaughn Okubo, very acclimated with his car, running a good line. Whoa, JR almost tapping the tires. Advantage, I gotta go with Okubo. Here we go, Okubo. JR again, JR is gonna lead. JR in the borrowed car, his sponsors are Falcon, Rockford Fosgate, Drift Alliance. Okubo, Signalato, Tanabe, BF Goodrich. JR with no angle, straight line, holy cow, coming fast, throwing flames. Okubo thinks he's in Compton getting shot at. JR getting out of shape. Okubo's gonna move on to Vaughn Gittin Jr. mad.
So, as we can tell, obviously, Vaughn Gittin Jr. not very comfortable, not doing very well in the new car they just got in today. What do you think's going on?
Well, from the previous runs, it sounds like he has a little engine problem at the same time. So, I mean, he's out here. He's going to try to run as best as he can.
Congratulations, you're taking third today.
Yeah, 相手がやっぱり
engine is not good. He know. So I kind of feel sorry, but still.
Well, you're a tough competitor. Good job.
Right now, we go to the finals, the battle for first. Mad Skills Rhys Millen versus Chris Forsberg. Let's go back.
1, 2, 3, send it! Here we go, Rhys Millen versus Chris Forsberg. Rhys Millen coming in, pulling away from Chris. Let's see if he can catch up with him. Here we go, Rhys Millen breaking it sideways. Whoa, Chris swinging it wide. Can he catch up? Chris Forsberg. Oh my gosh! Totally caught on fire. Keep going. It's cool. Chris totally caught on fire. What is going on? Looks like he has something going on in the back. Make some noise, Irwindale!
Oh my gosh, talk to me. What just happened? Andy, talk to me.
His car caught on fire, the back end of it.
I don't need you to figure that out. I got that part. That's all you get here in LA, baby. The finals, that's the kind of stuff that happens. Everyone brings everything they got. Set your car on fire if you gotta. Let's go to the second round. Rhys Millen and Chris Forsberg going for number one.
Rhys has the advantage. On 3, send it. 1, 2, 3, send it! Chris Forsberg, Rhys Millen. Chris is gonna pull away. Let's see if he can start himself on fire again. Coming into the bank, early initiation. Rhys initiated halfway through. Whoa, look at Rhys sucking him up like a vacuum cleaner. Chris, you can't even see his car. Rhys Millen all over Chris. Chris Forsberg, Rhys Millen cutting back and forth. This is it, Irwindale! We're gonna award the trophies right down here. But I'm talking to the judges, they don't know who won. Pretty split decision. So they're going one more time!
The judges have called for a one more time, so stick around. When we come back, the final battle of the 05 season. We're back at Irwindale Speedway for the final battle of the 05 season. Rhys Millen and Chris Forsberg have already run once tonight, and the judges want to see them run one more time. On the last run, Chris's exhaust blew a bit of fire, igniting the gaseous rubber, and instead of just smoke, Godzilla-like flames came roaring out of Chris's S15. As soon as the smoke settled down and the flames went out, the judges called for a one more time.
Here we go, Rhys Millen, Chris Forsberg, the finals. Round 6, Need for Speed Formula Drift, presented by Circuit City. The Pontiac GTO breaking sideways. Chris Forsberg smoking up his Falcons. Rhys Millen, good angle. Chris with really good angle as well. Tight on that clipping point. Oh, Rhys gets out of shape. Rhys gets out of shape. Rhys totally straightened out. Oh my gosh. Rhys Millen gets out of shape. Chris Forsberg ran a proper drift line.
What the hell just happened?
Well, going into the inner oval, I think Rhys started to spin, so Chris started to lifting off to give him space to spin so they wouldn't hit each other.
It all comes down to this right here. Chris Forsberg, Rhys Millen on a one more time. Final run, let's go to the track.
1, 2, 3, send it! Rhys Millen. Chris Forsberg pulling away from Rhys. What's going on with Rhys? Having problems. Chris Forsberg, what is going on here? Chris Forsberg, is Rhys giving him the win? What's going on? Chris almost spins out. Come down here, trophy ceremony right now.
So Rhys Millen doesn't even run the last lap. He just goes around in a circle. Chris Forsberg runs a great run. Looks like he won. I don't know what's going on. We got to find out. Get to the bottom of this.
Rhys Millen, why did you decide to not really give it your all on the second run there?
Funny enough, you know, the power steering pump actually bound on me coming into this corner, and I had a hard time unlocking it, and that's why it went into like a crazy half spin. So thereafter, I just dare not run the risk of throwing it into the wall, so I knew that if Chris had a clean run anyway, that I couldn't win tonight. Exactly. So I just chose to cruise it around.
Let's award the trophies from third to first. In third place, Akubo from Signal Auto. And of course, we saw the battle of the Bulge, end all be all. In second place, Rhys Millen, the Kiwi, Matt Skills Millen. Give it up for Rhys Millen. Last but not least, finally putting it together. Our third overall 2004 championship, putting together a good run. Falcon Tires, Rockford Fosgate Drift Alliance, Chris Forsberg! Get up there! You deserve it, Rhys Millen! Give it up one last time! Round 6! This is it! House of Drift! Need for Speed Formula Drift, presented by Circuit City. Chris Forsberg.
Look at this. This is the face of a champion. Chris, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I can't believe it. I've never won anything with drifting. The best I could ever do was second place. This is like, you know, a dream come true.
We're so happy for you. I mean, you've been fiddling with your car all season. You've had problems, and the last event, you take it all. How are you feeling?
Just kind of got it together. Me and Kevin finally fixed it. We finally got that thing to stay together, and last round just went for it, you know, and it worked out.
What a show you put on. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We got the championship, and that's what counts tonight. I really want to thank Yokohama Tires and Pontiac. Brilliant supporters, great sponsors. Look forward to next year.
Like that, the 05 season is over, and Rhys Millen is the champion with an even 500 points. Sam Cubinet had a shot at the title today, but lost it to J.R. Gittin and ended up in second place. Third place goes to the kid, Ken Gushi, proving he's not just the future, he's the present. I gotta tell you, what an unbelievable event. What a great event in LA. We had cars, we had girls, we had sunshine. Chris Forsberg, Drift Alliance, Falcon Tires, finally got a win. You could tell like the passion, how excited they were. Finally got it. I loved it. What an incredible event here in Irwindale. What was going on with you?
I had a ball out here watching Formula D, but the car show, LA, y'all know how to hook up some cars, man.
LA, home of cars in general, drifting, whips, you name it, am I right?
Everything is in Southern California, man.
It's been an amazing season. In the end, Rhys Millen takes #1. Congratulations to all the drivers. And you know what? We had a great time, didn't we, guys?
Yes, we did. Guys, thank you for joining us for the whole 2005 season. We'll see you next year. Formula D 2006. We're out, baby!
Coming to the mountain has always been a part of, you know, just the driving experience. It's been, you know, what the cars were designed for, chasing the hills, chasing the turns. At the end of the day, it's still, you know, you against the hill, and the hill doesn't respect anything. You got to come with your game proper when you come up here.
Touge is always going to have their own like subculture. There's always going to be, you know, core guys that just loves running the mountains.
Wait a minute. You're driving reckless on a mountain road and your priority is being safe.
Yeah. There's just a certain thrill about a mountain where you're going as fast as you can and you know screwing up is not an option.
This road here is just like, I could close my eyes and draw it and I would just know, you know, exactly every corner, how many degrees.
After the first time, I was going basically every week.
The area that we live in out here, we are blessed with some of the finest canyons in the world. It's hard not to drive quick. You're almost like on a complete roller coaster.
In Touge's, you know, people start driving faster and faster and start sliding more and more. And then to a point where they just kept it sliding for as long as they can, and that's how drifting came about. Same technique for as in for rallying. You know, a lot of the reason why people in rallying drift in certain turns is because you can keep the RPMs up and keep the speed of the car without slowing down as much.
What's it like getting beat in your race car with my show car?
The rally, the car is always in trouble, it's always sideways, it's always crooked. So when that sort of thing takes place in the canyon, you're comfortable with it. You understand what's going on with the dynamics of the car.
Once every 1,000 years, time accelerates. Your only chance of keeping up is to keep your foot to the floor. World's Best Performance Car DVD is back. And this time, we're pushing the limits. A vortex of cars. Journey to Japan to find the ultimate tuner. Open the throttle. Drifting. And a whole lot of crazy stuff.
Sex?
Yeah, she's good, but not my bag.
Not your bag? What is your bag, huh?
Hold onto your hat.
You must use Overboost.
High Octane Overboost.
Hey guys, Maylene here at Road Atlanta for the Need for Speed Formula D event. I'm here with the official judges of this event. Hey guys, how are you? Hello. So why don't we go around and you can introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name is Tarzan Yamada, Japanese judgment, #1.
I'm Edward Lowe from Road and Track Speed Magazine, US Judge.
I'm Uchi, special judge.
And I'm Ken Takahashi, US Judge.
All right guys, for somebody who's never been to a drift event or never watched drifting, how do you break down the judging?
基本的にドリフトはとにかくハイスピード、エントリースピード、and アングル、ドリフトアングル and ライン、クリッピングポイント、クリッピングポイント、クリッピングポイント、and パフォーマンス、looking good performance.
Let me try to translate. I think I got it, okay? Entry speed, line, what was this one? Angle, and then performance. And that includes crowd reaction, your reaction.
Tire noise, yeah, everything. Everything that makes it exciting. You know, how far out they get, how close. When it comes time to tandem, it's how close they get to each other. You know, how out of control but in control they look. You know, the whole 9 yards.
What are you looking for specifically out of the 4 things? Is there one category that's more important to you?
Tire smoke. Very good. I watch these guys and I watch the crowd. When there's a performance out there, like at New Jersey, there's a couple times there was some passing going on, and all the judges stood up, and you see everybody in the stands stand up and kind of like take a breath, and then they start cheering like crazy. I mean, that is the kind of stuff. That is sort of the ultimate, factor. That excitement level.
Now there's a lot more going on in the car than just turn the wheel. So we sent Maylene down to find out how to yank an e-brake.
So let's start with the e-brake.
Okay, well, e-brake technique, I use that a lot with this car because this car is heavy. What you're gonna do first is basically, as you roll, you kind of give it a little throttle, and then right as you turn, you step on the clips and you pull the e-brake like this, as you step on the main brakes with your right foot.
Oh my God.
That was good, huh?
Clutch kick, you approach a corner, you have your speed, and you put your clutch down. I will rev my engine with my right foot, and then dump it really hard. That's gonna upset the car.
My favorite is actually the clutch kicking because it's a lot more aggressive, it's like an instant snap, and you get a lot more sound and smoke.
So what else is there?
Power over, which is basically you turn the steering wheel and you floor it to the max.
We can feint the car. We basically turn to the right and then turn hard to the left. And as you're turning to the left, you move the low transfer of the vehicle to the other side. And at the same time, at that moment, you can put your throttle down. That's going to make the car start sliding too.
Anyways, we're gonna be this. I don't know.
This is a rock and roll attitude. They don't want cars on shirts. They don't want anything like that.
You'll never see a car on a shirt
no
ever.
Rock and roll.
They keep it rock and roll.
Dedicated to all things metal. Heavy metal.
So Richard, man, you guys having a party out here. Tell me about what you're involved in, Drift Alliance.
Basically, Drift Alliance is 4 members: Tony Angelo, Falcon Tire, Chris Forsberg, Ryan Hampton, JR Von Gittin. You know, these guys are nuts, man.
The rock and roll lifestyle of drifting, for sure.
Exactly, you finally get it. They all get it now. It's East Coast, man. This is what we do.
Nice.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, bro.
East Coast represent.
My name is Mike Peters. I'm driving the Bubba Drift El Camino. We're here today to kill all those tires. This is my car. It's a 19 Hachiroku El Camino. That's 1986. It's the only car out here with a automatic transmission. We have completely non-adjustable suspension. We have 1988 Trans Am junkyard seats. Can't find that just anywhere. Crappy brakes. Under the hood, we've got an LS1 out of a 98 Corvette. We've got a Magnacharger blower on it. We should be pushing about 440 the rear wheels. Inside, we have these gauges. None of them work. And we have this e-brake. It's a foot pedal. We turned upside down because it's all we had. So we jimmy rigged this wrench on. We've got the Flowmaster exhaust. It comes out at a 45-degree angle. And that's about it. That's our automatic, cheap, redneck drift car at Bubba Drift. We've got a lot of what we needed done on the car. We finally got all the alignment settings in the right way. Now everything's dialing together. We got more steering angle, which helps like a lot. The car's a 93 FD, obviously, with a VN kit, thanks to GTP. Falcon Tires and Green Bottle Productions, sponsored by Rotary Power. Rotaries, yeah, they're different, especially the FD. You got to do a lot of things to it to make it drift like a stock 240 would drift. It's a good car, and when you set it up the right way, it's got an advantage. It's kind of like a combined effort of everybody to get this car together. It looks really flashy and like, you know, we're all rich, but if you've seen where we really work at, it's, you know, it's kind of underground. Yeah, it's a good car, man.
Ken Gushi, who last year drove an S13, finds himself behind the wheel of a factory-backed 05 Ford Mustang this year.
What I also like about this car is that it has a lot of torque. It's easy to drift when we have a lot of torque because we can recover a lot easier compared to 240s where you got to be clutch dipping all the time. With this Mustang, I can always be on the throttle and create a lot of smoke and aggression.
Under the hood, this pony has 550 horsepower, a Ford Racing Cobra engine, and a Whipple supercharger. But that's not all that's on this beast.
I have a shift knob. We had a long stick the previous round. So this round we got a shorter, smaller one for less travel, faster shifts. Moving on to the car, the exterior, we got a new hood. This is a newer hood from the previous one. We got 2 slots in the front and a bigger duct right here so the air pulls in from here and kind of drags it out from the rear. As you can see here, I took out the brake booster for a more direct feeling of the brakes.
If you've ever wanted to ride shotgun with the Goosh, here's your chance.
I added a new seat. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't have a seat for the previous round. So. Passengers are welcome, preferably girls.
So what kind of car is this? Tell me what we're dealing with here.
It's a 2002 Toyota Celica GTS.
What's with the Bumblebee theme?
It's yellow and black, and everyone calls it Bumblebee since the wide body is fat.
And this is like your daily driver. You actually roll around in this car, right?
Yeah, every day.
Very nice. Now, what do you have inside? What have you done? Let's start with the audio.
I'm running all audio bond, 2 12-inch subs. They're pushing out 1,000 watts each. I got 3 TV screens back there and a Pioneer head unit that's also MP3 player and navigation, GPS.
How long have you actually owned this car and been working on it?
I've owned the car for about 3 years. I've been working on about almost 2 years now.
And if you don't mind me asking, let's talk money. How much have you dropped on the ride like this?
I'd say about 20 to 25 grand out of my pocket, plus a lot of sponsors that help out.
Why mod? Why actually spend the time and the money and the effort on it?
It's a hobby. Everyone needs something to do, and this keeps me off the street from dealing drugs or whatever, so why not?
Now, the LAPD might giggle at the sight of a subwoofer disguised as a can of NOS, sure. But the door handle that doubles as a firearm, I have a feeling your ass is going to be bleeding. So, Tyree, you're here at the Formula D event checking out some of the custom cars, right?
Yeah.
What are people doing to their cars that's kind of like standard? You have to do it.
Probably monitors right now. In-car, mobile video is getting real big.
Dual monitors in the trunk, really. Unless you're going to kidnap a prostitute and throw her in the trunk of your car, there's really no need for monitors, right?
That's not true. It shows they're awesome.
Now, what about subs? What's standard? Is it 10s? Is it 12s? What are you seeing on the cars?
Probably a 12-inch, dual 12s is the most popular, running about 500 peak amps.
Do you have a favorite that you've seen here so far of all the cars that do audio-wise,
I'd say probably the Celica.
The Bumblebee Celica?
Yeah, just because it is a daily driven car. I've seen it around and it's badass.
A wise man once asked, if a Corolla drifts without 2 12-inch subs, does it make a sound? The answer is yes, but what fun would that be?